Welcome to Golf Talk Radio with PGA professionals Mike Bravenek and Billy Gibbs. Golf Talk Radio is brought to you by TaylorMade Golf, the Paso Robles Golf Club, Slick Sticks, your key to better golf, McPhee's Grill of Templeton, dedicated to great food and great service, McGowie Health Group, expect something different, and Nikki Anderson, Realtor. And now the hosts of Golf Talk Radio, Mike and Billy.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf Talk Radio. I have a feeling that this is going to be a great show. Matter of fact, I'm going to bet on it. What do you think the odds are that this is going to be a great show? 8-1?
6-5.
6-5. What do you got, Mike? Or this is going to be, I bet this is going to be a good show.
3-1.
You're 3-1. What'd you say?
6-5.
6-5.
Almost even money.
Nice. Nikki, what do you think?
15-1.
15-1. She doesn't have a lot of confidence.
Zero confidence.
The reason I bring that up is legalized gambling just got passed here in California, and we're going to talk about legalized gambling and tour golf. Is it a good thing? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of opinions. We'll talk to the panel. So we got that happening today. By the way, my name is Billy Gibbs. That guy right over there is Mr. Mike Bravenek. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Mr. Gibbs.
Joining us in studio, we have the amazing Dave Schmandl from Slick Sticks, and we have Nikki Anderson, Realtor, just back from Rome.
Roma.
Well, do you bring your passport?
Wow.
I didn't.
So welcome back.
Thank you.
And I'm really glad to have you. Microphone, that thing moves, you know. You can get it closer to you if you want.
Yeah, you can tilt
Yeah,
it.
you can tell. They didn't have that in Rome, I know. So there's a lot
It's
of
weird
news.
because we can all see each other.
I know.
There's like no.
I should have shaved, man. I really should have. I
I
figured
didn't realize how much I love like the little like it's almost like having a drum kit in front of you.
There you go.
You know, like if you're a drummer
Top
and you're
hat.
at a concert, you got a drum kit, so it's like
Yeah.
you're there, but you're kind of protected.
That's very
Now you're
cool.
like exposed, and I
But
feel
you need
vulnerable.
to have your chair go up like the raising of the stage, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't want it to spin.
You're like the conductor.
I don't know. Am I?
Yeah.
I've already lost
Watch as
control, man. I've
I
lost
know.
control already. So we're also going to have a special guest come in, Sydney. I want to say her last name is Haugen, but I've known Sydney for a while. You think I'd know her last name. She's a former first tier. She just got an amazing scholarship from the NCGA Youth on Course, and she's going to come in and talk to her story. Last year, she was the outstanding participant in NorCal Academy, which I was at, and I wore this on her behalf. But she should be coming into the studio here in a few minutes to talk about her exciting scholarship that she won. Quite a competitive thing for her to get it, and pretty good
Huge.
chunk of change. So it was very cool. We're also going to have the bestholein1.com people in. Mr. Bill Whitney is going to be coming in. We're going to find out why they are the best hole-in-one.com. And it was just exciting because we had the best hole-in-one so far ever as Nikki won her truck. A few weeks back at the First Tee Spring Classic here in California at Monarch Dunes Golf Course. I think y'all know that Nikki Anderson had a hole-in-one on the second hole and won herself a $50,000 truck. We will find an update how that process is working. But you've been gone. Who knows about it? You've been traveling. So we got joke around. We got a bunch of other stuff coming in. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Good morning, Michael. Nice to see you again.
Too, Mr. Gibby.
I haven't seen you in a while, bud. You been out collecting old clubs and stuff? What have you been doing, dude?
Working
Hard, huh?
man.
You got
Things are going by really, really fast. But I've been doing that whole wake up, go to work, come home, eat, watch a little TV, go to sleep.
Life, you mean?
Life.
Yeah, that's life.
You've been doing
That's
life?
pretty much life. But there's no variation, on it.
Dave, you okay?
Yeah.
All right,
I thought you were going to take a little nap there.
I know. Well, you don't have his inhalers. I'm worried. Are you gonna? If you fall this way. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't
we
go
got
that way,
we
you hit
got
the
you
wall.
covered.
But you doing okay? All right.
Just peachy.
But I was reminded, like I've said a long time ago, I've been a Golden State Warriors fan forever. I grew up in the Bay Area, and I suffered with them through many, many seasons. And all my friends
comes around.
All my friends are Lakers fans, so I took a pummeling for a long, long time. So then now the Warriors have been good for the last couple of years. They've been really good, and now they're up against the ropes, and they lost their game at home, so they've got to win 2 in a row. And I was reminded how spoiled I have been as a Warriors fan for the last 2 years because they win everything.
They're
And now they're on
pretty darn good.
the verge of losing. And I was reminded of sport in general, the highs, the lows, the what are you doing?
Especially fanatic,
You know.
you fanatic sport fans.
I know.
It's like that. For us
It was really
casual sport
stressful.
Fans, it keeps, I'm kind of an even keel, yay, nay. But you fanatics freak out a little bit.
I got
A
to sit
little
down.
bit.
Just saying.
I got to sit down and watch the whole game, which
So-
I have not been able to do this season.
So did they?
and
must have
I was
won?
exhausted.
Did they win?
By the time
So it's
no, they
now-
lost.
So you're done.
No, they're not done. They got to win 2 in a row.
Oh.
But I haven't had a chance to sit down. I mean, when was the last time you sat down, other than maybe the Masters, and watched like
That
the
was
whole,
the last time.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
I mean,
I can watch a half inning of baseball.
with like baseball, basketball, football in the playoffs, it's exhausting. Like watching a whole game, I want to go to sleep afterwards. I'm like too invested in it. I was like,
So let me ask
my
you.
wife's looking at me like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I don't know."
I've watched sports with you before.
I was like, I
It
didn't
is
know I was
exhausting.
that far into it.
And especially we're going to talk about gambling, legalized gambling. When Mike and I were in Vegas and we had some money on some football games or something. Remember that?
Oh, that was awesome. We were screaming.
You are
at the-
exhausting to
we were
watch sports
screaming
with, man. I had a headache for 2 days.
It was the last play.
I know. It was the
Monday Night
last play.
Football. The guy throws a pass
And
on the
we got
last
it.
play and scores a touchdown, and we won like a couple $100.
Yeah, it was
Don't
pretty-
you love
was
it when
fun.
that happens?
Oh man, it doesn't happen often.
So, anyways, do you think they can pull it off? They're playing some tough team, right? Don't play Houston. Who are they playing?
They're playing Houston.
So that's tough, man.
I think they can pull it off.
And don't you have one guy on the bench?
Yeah.
See-
hurt.
see-
Iguodala's hurt.
So you don't think I know stuff, huh?
You're on it.
I know
man. I'm
little things.
impressed.
I know a little bit about a lot.
I'm impressed.
Don't know a lot about anything though.
I don't believe that.
I think because
So-
they're champions. They've been there before.
Yeah,
They're at home.
They're awesome, man, and you've been spoiled the last few
They're
years.
up against the wall. They're going to push themselves out of there.
Well, I
Gonna
was
scrap-
a Reds
scrap
when
and
I was
scrape.
in Massachusetts. I was a Red Sox fan, and they were awful.
Oh, yeah, you-
awful. And then I move away. Bing! Things go good for that, so it all comes back. So,
You think that was the key?
is there a game tonight? You've got tomorrow night.
Tonight
Tonight, you gonna watch
in
it?
Oakland. I'm going to be at work, but I'm going to try to watch it at work.
You prepare a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Take
Oh
some
yeah. I'm ready.
medicine.
I'm ready.
Calm
Well,
yourself
I'm ready.
a
You
little
mentioned that you're from the Bay Area and been a fan, but your friends were Lakers fans. How does that happen if you're all from the Bay Area?
Because when we were growing up, Magic Johnson was playing. Kareem
Oh, then
Abdul-Jabbar.
hard not to be a Laker fan.
bit. Yeah, really.
I mean, there was
Yeah, yeah.
Dr. J. I mean, it was and then as we went along into later in high school, it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and Kareem, how do you?
It's Shaq.
So they were fans of
Kobe
good players.
Bryant.
They were fans of great
yeah,
players.
they were more fans of probably
and
the
teams that are
players.
winning.
And teams that are
They were
winning.
those guys.
Like you guys, come on.
They
That's not a real fan.
They were those guys.
You gotta suffer. You gotta suffer so that you can enjoy.
Tried living in California when you're a Celtics fan
Oh, yeah.
in the
Are
70s.
you you a Celtics fan?
Always have
Oh,
been,
well,
yeah.
Oh, so you got to be.
Oh, that was-
although last night's game was a little rough, but
But now they're doing pretty well
hey, they're
again.
going home, man.
But if you've always been, you had some good moments.
Yeah, I started off cheering for Bill Russell and John Havlicek and that crew.
Wow, that's so
You had
cool.
some guy named Larry. Was pretty good.
He did okay.
Well, see, that was
That was
the
later.
How awesome was Larry?
Yeah,
Bird?
that was in the 80s.
That was the other
Oh,
part
was
where I
that later
talked
in your
about.
life?
Yeah.
That's when you were.
Yeah, Bill Russell was in the 60s.
Okay.
That's when they won, what,
I didn't know they
something like
had basketball in the
10 out of
60s.
11
Oh,
championships.
yeah, it was insane.
They were like the Yankees.
Wow.
Yeah, they were just unbeatable.
But that was the same era for me when Dave said the '80s. Larry Bird, Danny Ainge. I mean,
That was the
Johnson.
ugliest
So are-
basketball team ever. I mean, you had McHale. Who was the center? Chief. What was his
His
name?
mama thinks
Oh,
he's
Parrish.
good looking.
Parrish.
Oh, yeah.
Parrish used to be a Warrior.
Well, yes, he
was
was.
a Warrior.
And they had McHale and
Yep.
Danny Ainge and Larry Bird.
So a lot of
He's clear. He's
not
not,
a-
even white. I mean, goodness gracious.
So not a lot of team posters out there.
Yeah, they were, but
Come on, you're picking these guys' mamas. They all have mamas.
you just looked at their numbers, not necessarily the person.
Were you a fanatical fan?
Yes.
And Nikki, are you a fanatical fan
I
of
was
the
a
team?
big Lakers fan because I lived in L.A.
And look how
See?
close
and
you
I
are.
played a lot of basketball.
What
too.
about Dodgers?
No, I was never a real big Dodgers
Okay,
fan.
And that's
because you and Mike wouldn't be buddies if you were
No,
probably.
no, we wouldn't.
I have buddies that are Dodgers fans. We're not that close, but
Yeah, they're not. You have acquaintances.
quite thank you.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
people that you know.
People that I cross paths with
do
about
you-
2 times a week.
Do they ever come in your house, look at your giant room?
He doesn't allow that.
I have people that have not stayed at my house because
Because of
my
the
giant room. Seriously,
That's
I've had people.
because you offered that room to stay in. I mean, I don't know if I would either, but
Someone that we know, which I'll share off air,
That is
who
funny.
needed a place, and we offered, and she said, "There's absolutely no way I am staying in that room." And we said, "We have a nice couch." No, I'm not staying in the house.
so they went to a hotel instead of staying in
Yeah.
your giant room.
Wow.
Yeah, it was heavy. I was like, "Wow." I'm like, I'm a fanatic, but that's pretty extreme.
That's-
Like if I
that's
needed a
pretty
place,
Would you stay in a Dodger room?
if I needed a place to
Seriously,
sleep,
would you stay in a Dodger room? Like, you flip it over.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs: food,
Wow.
water, shelter.
Look at you,
You know what I
throwing
mean?
out some
Giants.
philosophy and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm
He
I'm
would stay, but
finding
he'd
it.
have his little eye covered. on.
Who's?
Maslow.
Look at you, man.
I'm having-
You went
I'm-
to school,
I tried.
so you need food, shelter, right?
Water,
Water, yeah. Air.
friends, air.
Well, friends, this is what we're talking about now.
No, that's kind of high up.
I don't let. I
Darren
don't.
wouldn't
I've,
stay in a Dodger room.
No, I've never let that like not have me be friends with somebody over sport.
Hey, I've been to
I
a
really
Gi-
ha-
I've been to a Giant game with you with a guy sitting next to us had a Dodger thing on, uniform on. Remember that? That wasn't the kindest conversations I've ever heard. Remember him?
Well, he started.
He did.
He did.
In all fairness, he did.
We sat down. He started it right off the bat.
took-
I would never do that. By the way,
He
I would
took,
never go to
it
a
took
stadium
him
to do that.
guts for him when we were standing in for him. He was the only Dodger fan in the whole area right there.
Yeah.
So he was instigating.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
I went down.
But
I've
you
been-
almost got kicked out, which is funny.
Yeah, I
You
went
didn't do
down.
anything wrong, and you almost threw you
I
out
didn't
of the
do
ballpark.
anything. He's the one who brought in the bottled beer.
They thought it was,
I didn't do it.
and a Dodger dog, which was really wrong. So that's
Well, I went to Chavez Ravine a couple different times. I don't know if you went with us.
now, does
when
he have a
Easy
theory
Go-
too? Should Chavez Ravine?
This is where the Dodgers play.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
thought
Augie
it
went
was
with
another
us. It was
philosopher.
Augie and myself. I thought you went. 'Cause
I've
it
been to a
it
few
was-
ravines
it was
with you.
It was the Easy Go cart company had tickets and they said, "Hey, you want to come down and go to the game?" So we went and saw the Giants. This is the first time I ever went down there. Now I wasn't stupid enough to wear Giants
Great
gear,
stadium.
but it was a beautiful stadium. But man, there were a couple people
Is
down
this
there.
Dodger Stadium we're talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah.
Chavez Ravine, you call it?
Chavez
Yeah, that's
Ravine,
where it
yeah.
is.
that's what it's
Well, I've
called.
been to Dodger games. I never knew I was
Yeah.
in some ravine, man. I was in, like row
It's like
37B.
it's like sunken down. It's really kind of cool.
Kind of like a ravine.
I didn't
like
even
a ravine?
I didn't even see a sign that said Chavez Ravine anywhere. I saw Dodger Stadium parking.
yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
like in the weirdest place, but
So,
it is. It's
it's
like
off
you
the
just
115.
It's
isn't
just
it?
weird. But I wouldn't go there and be wearing my Giants gear. Now I went to Anaheim Stadium, the Big A. I went there about
What
probably 15 years ago. I wore my Giants stuff. Everybody was really
So
nice.
it's not a problem. Yeah.
They were so nice. Of course, it's operated by Disney World.
Well, it's right down the street. It's
The
a
Disney
three-wood
company.
from Disney World.
Yeah, but it's Disney. You know,
Where people
everybody.
are nice.
Yes,
That's the happiest people on the planet.
they are. It was a beautiful
So
stadium.
it's a Mickey Mouse team, huh?
Yeah, but they're very friendly. But they're
Yeah,
a good
that's
team,
nice.
And clean.
and they're clean. It was it was the cleanest stadium I've ever been to.
Aren't you glad to
I
join
got
us,
some
Cindy?
dirty looks when my son took me to a 49er game last year. And he's sitting next to a guy and points at me and says, he's a Ram fan.
Well, that's
And
it.
thank you, my son.
That's setting you up for a rough day.
Yeah, I got some dirty looks in that place.
Anyway, I'm excited about tonight. In the
Well, I
Warriors.
wish you the best, and I'll be thinking about you when I'm not watching the game.
What do you-
Should I watch this game?
You should.
All right, I will for you, man.
You should.
Are you going to bet on this game?
Oh no.
Because we're going to talk about gambling now, and we're coming back. First, we're going to
I
have
don't-
this amazing city. Haugen? Is it pronounced that way? Haugen? Hockien.
Hockey.
Man, I would have been here all day trying to figure that thing out. And I've known her for years. Hockien.
I have a rule. You don't bet on your own teams. teams
Wow,
you
this
like.
could be an interesting
You don't
beginning
do
to
it.
our.
That's
So
a
if you-
no-no.
Yeah, Pete Rose.
So,
tried it.
so
Yeah.
that's a.
It's a big no-no.
Especially if you're the manager or a player, that doesn't help a lot. So that's the karma thing. I mean, that's a jinx to you. If you bet your own team, you jinxed.
It is because your actual judgment is swayed.
So I have a question then.
Yes.
When we do the fantasy football games, and you go and you pick 49ers, that's pretty much betting on your team. If you go down the list,
That's a rough pick for me.
that's a hard one.
It's a very difficult one. It really is. I'll go with my heart more often than not. I get burned.
That's what it must be.
I can't help it.
So
I really can't.
it's a- so-
and
I
that's
get it,
and
man.
what are we doing? We're just doing weekly picks. That's all we're doing.
I know,
We're
no,
having-
no,
we're
it's a
having-
whole
we're having-
different thing than
not- it's
throwing
not-
in your bet.
No, it's not being.
get it.
I would never go to Vegas and throw down $1,000 on the Niners
or
even $10 or $1. I couldn't do it.
on your team.
I couldn't do it, or the Giants, or the Warriors. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't.
He's getting all stressed out right now. He really is. I'm feeling a little tension going
Yeah,
on here.
I couldn't do it.
All right, well, we're gonna take
Freaking out.
we're gonna take a break. We're gonna bet. I'm gonna bet the 90. It's a 90-second break. Anybody want to take that? Any odds? Actually, it's longer now. I think it's 100. What is it? 120-second break.
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
So,
All right, guys, we'll take our first break. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy brought to you by the latest from TaylorMadeGolf.com. It's M3 and M4 drivers, fairway woods, hybrids, and irons. Check out the latest at TaylorMadeGolf.com today. We have demos up at the Paso Robles Golf Club. You can call us at 805-238-4722. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network.